It is a privilege to stand before you, all of you, so distinguished. The next awardees are a team. Rochelle Strickler, class of '62, is an award-winning broadcaster who is an anchor and reporter at WOR Radio for more than 25 years. She led the way for other women in radio and television, a real pioneer, so I admire you tremendously. Since retirement, Shelley presents lectures which enlighten and entertain audience on various aspects of the media. And with her is her husband, Lawrence Strickler, also class of '62, a vintage year, huh? And he's an educator who served as assistant principal at Edward R. Murrow High School. He's also an entertainer who for more than 50 years worked summers and weekends in the Catskill Mountains resort areas, and since retirement, he continues as a multimedia lecturer.
That's you. Okay.
Everybody, I'm about to get into trouble with this first statement. There's an old joke that goes, college never hurt a guy unless he happened to meet his future wife there.
Excuse me?
Let me explain. See, we're honored, as a joint venture to get this award. But this wouldn't have happened except for a very fateful day. The day was September 22nd, 1959. It was our second day as sophomores, and we met in class in the Gershwin building. Speech 15. Sam Leiter, where are you, Sam? Speech 15, Introduction to Acting.
The instructor, if you remember, was Professor Catherine Myers, and she gave me an A.
I should have gotten an A.
I didn't know it when we met, but I had actually seen Larry when I was 10 years old and he was 10 years old. Larry was a child star, and he used to appear on the Milton Berle show, Texaco Star Theater, and you'll remember that there were 4 guys, older men, who sang a commercial for Texaco. Well, a couple of times there were 4 little boys, I don't know if you remember this, and they would sing the Texaco song. And I remember seeing that and saying, boy, the little boy second from the right is really cute.
Oh, wait a minute, Texaco, we were coming to
And then,
there's more.
No, in 1958, to continue on that vein, when I was a freshman at Brooklyn College, and I hadn't met him yet, I went to, with a date, not him, to see a production of Girl Crazy.
George Gershwin's Girl Crazy.
Yes, George Gershwin, the history person, he always has to get it exactly right. Okay, and I was on a date, and I remember saying, who is that talented singer? And boy, he's cute.
That was me. Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you.
All right. I should mention that Larry also appeared as Curly in Oklahoma a few years later.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day.
Excuse me, he was Curly.
A wife and 3 daughters? Go ahead.
We were both in Varsity Players. Sam mentioned that. Sam was in Varsity Players with us. It was a wonderful 4 years. If we had gone into theater like we originally presumed, it would have been, and we would have been great because we got the greatest education here at this school. Some of those professors that we had, Skipper Joe Davidson, Bernie Barrow, Wilson Lair. I mean, this really was I don't know if any, I don't care what school it is, had people like these. But
I was a history major.
And I was a speech and English major, but we both minored in education. And a lot of you might remember this expression because our parents would always say to us, if you didn't quite make it in the career you're preparing for, you could always become a teacher to fall back on it. And we did.
Now, Shelley graduated cum laude on the dean's list, but her greatest educational achievement was editing my term papers. And I'm going to tell you something now that is absolutely the truth. It's embarrassing to say. She used to edit my love letters.
Okay, it's true. Now, I never imagined that I would end up being a broadcast journalist while I was in college. In the 50s and early 60s, there were virtually no women doing serious news broadcasting. That happened later, in the 70s, when women started entering. I had been teaching, and I said, you know what? I want to do this. I want to be a broadcaster. And I'll tell you something, it really started in Brooklyn College. Even though there were no courses to speak of, there was a television broadcasting course at that time. And I took it, and I don't remember if there were any other girls, but there was just one or two. And I think I loved it because I loved it, but also because I was the only girl in the class.
Never thinking in that era that a woman could be a radio or television newscaster. It was unheard of in that time. We graduated in 1962. 13 days later, we were married. And within 4 to 5 years, we had 3 children, identical twin daughters, and my baby daughter. And where is she?
My baby daughter is over there taking video of us. The truth is, as we wrap up, and everyone who is up here has said this, all of this could not possibly be possible without a tuition-free school. Our parents had no money. They made it very clear to us that it was either going to be Brooklyn College
or no college.
They simply could not have afforded to send us to college.
We are grateful to our school. We are grateful to our professors. We are grateful to our friends who we met here at Brooklyn College, including Sam Leiter. Thank you. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
For honoring us.